Hello. So, how is everyone today? Um, we are continuing to play Cinderella Phenomenon. I don't remember exactly in what chapter it was that we stayed, if it was chapter 7 or chapter 8 that we stayed. So today we are going to continue. I'm doing like more or less 2 hours that I normally do for stream. And we'll see where we are going to end. Yeah. Let's just start it. We reached chapter 8 of Waltz, which means that only 2 more chapters, more or less, and we reached the good ending. We finish Waltz route, so we are really close. It's been almost 1 year since I started, and this was the game that I started my streams with, and after 1 year, we are finally finishing it. I know it sounds like I took a long time, but also we can't forget that I do this every 2 weeks, and that also I start doing more shorter streams from time to time, depending if I was busy later or if I had to finish later because stuff happened. So yeah, let's just start and play the game. Continuing this journey. Diviana, I need to know what is happening. I cannot hide forever, Waltz. I will go, and I do not need anyone's permission to do so. Well, I guess you're technically the next queen after all. Laura, don't encourage her. We both know how stubborn she is. She won't stay put even if we command her to. Laura looks at me and winks. Orphe lets out a heavy sigh. Waltz and Carmen will accompany her then. Waltz nods. Carmen looks somewhat startled, but eventually nods as well. So, until that day comes, we all need to prepare for the worst case scenario. Okay, so now we reach middle of chapter 8, which means we have like 2.5 chapters left. Because that transition means that we reach the half of the chapter. I've been practicing my magic non-stop since the day that we heard of Alcaster's speech. Oh yeah, let me just... I forgot to check something. Okay. I continue to work on my barriers while also continuously attempting that one offensive spell Waltz tried to teach me. Okay, remember what I told you. Focus your energy on the tips of your fingers until you feel the current flow through your veins. Okay. Good. Now try to cast a spell at me, again. I stretch my hand and imagine the energy gathering at my fingertips. I see sparks as I begin to cast a spell. Good, keep going. At the end of my casting time, I can feel the lightning snacking up and down my arms. Now release it. I direct the spell at Waltz with as much strength as I can muster, but it barely touches barrier before it fades away. I groan. You're getting there, Diviana. The magic is weak, but it might still be able to paralyze someone for the time so long as you hit them when they don't have a barrier up. But the speech is moral. I will not be able to master it by then. Don't need to. Let's not assume things will be so bad. We're only going there to watch a speech. If that's all it is, you won't need your magic. Sorry, I have something on as well. Okay. The two of us continue to diligently work, but after a few more rounds, my arms are sore and my mind is foggy. Walt calls it a day, and the two of us retire to our rooms for the night. I've tossed and turned in my bed for what feels like an hour, but sleep still will not come. It has been almost a month since I last went into town, and it is impossible to not imagine the worst possible scenario for tomorrow. I'll probably awake until the sun rises. I turn to glance at the doll that Walt gave me so long ago. She sits on my table, her glassy eyes staring back at me. I wonder if he is already asleep. Maybe he can help me calm my nerves. Walt? There is only silence. Maybe he's already asleep. I'm about to leave when the door suddenly opens. Viviana? Hello, Walt. Let me guess, couldn't sleep? Why not? Come in then. I sit on his bed and look around. My eyes shift to his table, where I notice a pile of sewing materials and an assortment of puppets. You have been working on your puppets? Yeah, I couldn't sleep either. It's been a while since I last did a show, but I want to make sure my puppets and materials are ready to go once this is all over. I'm sure the children are looking forward to seeing your shows again. Yeah. Silence ensues as Walt sits down beside me with one of his puppets. He begins to slowly sew at one of the seams. The silence is deafening. He looks busy, but maybe I should say something. Okay. So last time we remained silent, I think. No. No, we remained silent. And that was the wrong option, of course, so now we talk. I'm worried about what may happen tomorrow. You think too much, Diviana. I do. Oh my god, this is me. I think too much. I stare at the puppets on his table. When this is over, will you finally let me be your assistant? Walt smiles and pats my head. Yes, when this is all over, I'll give you the spotlight. I'm sure the children will love your puppet shows. Talking about what happens afterwards makes me feel normal. Gives me some hope. Hope that eventually everything will go back to normal. I feel better now, thank you, Walt. Oh, I'm not sure I even did anything. You have just by being here with me. You know I'd do anything for you, little star. Little star. There is that nickname again. Does it bother you? No, I was just wondering where it came from. Alright, I never told you the story, did I? Back when I was still your mother's apprentice, my life was dull and empty. Then you showed up. Your circumstances were the same as mine, but your light never faded. You became my hope with that dark place, my light. That is why I consider you my little star. I can only stare as Walt smiles at me. Right now, all I want is to stay by his side, stay within the comforts of his warmth. I look at him, and the truth shifts into my head, tinting my cheeks pink. What is it? Can I stay with you tonight? What? Well, Walt's face is tomato red. He looks shocked. I can't? It's not that I don't want you to, but I mean, he glances away and begins mumbling to himself. I suddenly feel dejected. Don't make that face, little star. Walt sighs. Okay, you can stay. Really? Yeah. We both lay side by side in the bed, shifting only slightly. Walt is especially stiff. I wonder why. I loop my arms around his waist and snuggle into the crook of his neck. Is a crook or a crook? I don't know. Walt stands beneath me. I feel like I'm being punished. What? Nothing. Thank you for letting me stay. My room felt colder than normal tonight. I couldn't help thinking about tomorrow and then about about father, and my words trail off as I try to focus on Walt's warmth. Please do not leave me as well, Walt. Viviana, look at me. I move back to look up at him. Walt stares at me with an intensity that makes it difficult to look away. His features are illuminated by the soft moonlight, making them stand out all the more. My heart skips a beat. I'm not going anywhere, Viviana. I will always be wherever you are. I promised you to always protect you. I reach out to touch his cheek. Thank you. He smiles at me before putting his arm around my waist and pulling me closer. I snuggle against his chest, taking in his warmth. I eventually fall asleep in his arms. Today is the day. Everyone has been busy preparing for the speech. I was told to relax, and I have used the opportunity to move into the forest and get some fresh air. If only everything was as peaceful as it is. Viviana? I turn around to see Ophelia slowly walking toward me, an hesitant smile on her face. Ophelia? I'm sorry that I cannot be of much help during these distressing times. You have already helped me enough, Ophelia. You supported father when I did not. You have to stay safe, you and the others. You've truly changed. Ophelia takes my hands in hers and looks at me suddenly. Promise me you'll come back to us. I'll be praying that nothing happens today, but if it does, I should wish you to put your safety first. Ophelia, I may not be your real mother, but you have always been my daughter. Guilt flows through me. I have been cruel to her ever since she first came into our lives, and yet she still treats me so warmly. I do not deserve your kindness after all I have done to you, Emmeline and Rod. I am so sorry. Ophelia pulls me into a hug and smooths down my hair. That's all in the past now, dear. What matters now is the present. I nod and close my eyes. I missed out on so many things when I closed my heart up to everyone. I had always thought I was alone, but I was wrong. Thank you, Ophelia. Sir Alcaster's speech starts in an hour, and everyone is making last-minute preparations before we go into town. Ophelia, Emmeline, and Anise will stay behind as Rod and Rumpel volunteered to watch over them. Laura and Parfait left yesterday to attempt a meeting with the fairies. Apparently, they found someone who holds important information about Mother and their plans. Emmeline approached me, her eyebrows creased. Should you see your mother there? What will you do? I haven't really thought about it yet. We are bound to face her sometime soon. I know that she is your mother, Princess, but are you emotionally ready to face her? I am taken aback by her question. Jurian, I apologize for being blunt, but we have to consider the worst possible scenario, don't we? I need to know that the princess is ready to face her. In a battlefield, one must not hesitate. Shireen continues to look at me, waiting for my answer. I finally face her with determination. I will face her and I will stop her. The Queen. Stand in an alleyway with Walt, Shireen, and Karma, making sure to stay hidden in a shadow as we watch the sea of people moving toward the plaza. But I'm just checking something. Forget of it. Aaron is scouting around the plaza for nice positions, and we have been waiting here for them. There are so many people. Okay, this is where we split up. Remember that we are trying to avoid needless battle. If anything should happen, fleeing is a better option. I'm not a fool. I would not pick a fight that would put anyone in needless danger. I'm glad you understand. Remember, we're only here to watch and listen. I don't want us to get into a skirmish if we can avoid it. So, should anything go wrong, we need to retreat, Princess. Last time is, I understand was the wrong one. So, now is, I would not leave you all behind. To be honest, it's feel like the right one. Like, we changed. We're not just like going to obey and leave everyone behind. Like, especially now since we have lost our father, we got a revelation of our mother's true nature. Especially when we saw her killing our father. We are so afraid to lose everyone that it just makes sense this to be the right one. This, even though that I know that's the right one because we already got abandoned. Diana, this isn't the time to be stubborn. It is not about stubbornness. It is just that all I have ever done is run. I refuse to keep fleeing. I have people to protect and I will not let them down. Running away isn't always cowardice. That may be, but sometimes there are situations that you need to face it on. This is one of those situations. Please understand, Walt. I just don't want to get hurt, Viviana. I know. I look at Walt, feeling at a loss. No matter what I say, he will always insist on my safety first. Caroline suddenly appears with a stiff frown. Look who I found. I turn to look at Caroline, then notice a man beside him. My eyes widen at the sight of him. Sorry, I'm just checking that thing from up. But thank you. And try to focus, just relaxing and resting today. And you, man, I have jelly for me down there, like the strawberry one. And then I don't know if it's a pudding or a jelly because it's like a mixed pack. And normally when I have one on my head is because some months ago Mary couldn't be in one of my streams. So she asked me to put an asset on my head to say that that's her spirit in here. So I start doing that. So every time I have an asset on my head is normally on these streams, to represent Mara's spirit somehow. And hi Solid, how are you? Thank you for the redeem. Quack quack! I hope it was worth it. I turn to look at Garland and then notice a man beside him. My eyes widen at the sight of him. Fritz? Garland pushes him and Fritz stumbles forward. He falls to his knees, only a few inches away from me. You are... What happened, Mina? You're okay. Thank goodness you're alright, princess. I twitch at the sight of his face. There is no sign of the wicked smile that was on his face when he was under the guise of Varg. Though he looks confused, the relief in his eyes seems genuine. Are you truly Fritz? Or are you Varg? Or both? I'm the Fritz you have always known, princess. You're a loyal knight. I raise an eyebrow. I can still remember what happened weeks ago, when the mask fell from his face in the room with the Tenebrarum. But also I'm concerned. Did you took breaks? Did you rest? How are your wrists? Did you eat? Did you sleep well? In that moment, I saw Fritz's face, no matter what Varg said. Varg was in league with Alcacer Mitros. The man I saw back then was definitely Fritz, even if he never confirmed it. Yeah, I'm going to check it now. Okay. And this show, I love show. One break or several breaks, Mina? What are you doing here? Fritz flinch. I've been searching for you. Why? So you can take me back to Mitros? Or are you here to kill me? Okay, that hand explains me everything. Oh my god. Kuramas just arrives like permission to tease this streamer with like the finger pointing down, and then Mina immediately responds. So, Kurama, are you teasing Mina? And hi Kurama, how are you? I hope you take more care of yourself, Mina, please, and thank you. Fritz bows low, his clenched hands trembling at his sides. I will not surrender you to the Sarmitros. My loyalty has always been to the kingdom and to you. I could never hurt you, princess. But I don't blame you for doubting me. My father... I've always stopped him. I would stop him if I knew. Min is back with the eyebrows. It's no good if Min is backing with the eyebrows, that means Min needs to be bonked, she's being sassy. Prince glances at me slowly, his expression resolute. I had just escaped yesterday when I was captured by knights. I managed to escape from them today, but only barely. I was supposed to meet the Lucis barrier yesterday. Thank you for that, pets. Liz glares at me, not at me, but through me, as if remembering something unpleasant. That was when I was able to take control of my body again, just a few days ago. I'd been searching for you, but instead found some witches who seemed to be in a league with the Lucis barrier. I requested an audience with her as soon as possible because I wasn't sure how long I could keep Varget by. Mina, don't try to pull that innocent card. If people has been on my streams time enough and on your streams time enough, they know you aren't innocent. At bay? Free to explain. About Varg? No, about his audience. Princess, this could all be some elaborated ruse of his. I have a responsibility to at least hear him out. What do you want from Parfait? I have important information about Ildir. Mother? Now you panic. You have been streaming for one year and now you panic, Mina. Lady Parfait did say that her and Laura were going to meet with someone who had information about Ildir. And you believe that their meeting was with this man? Karma turns to Fritz, clearly spectacle. That seems like it could be coincidence. How are we to believe you? Fritz is silent for a few moments. After some time he speaks again, more hesitantly. I know that apologizing won't change the fact that I have betrayed the princess and the kingdom. But right now, I am doing my best to right my wrongs while I still have control over my body. The knights are still searching for me as we speak, but I'll make this as brief as I can. Ildir is growing weaker. What? I haven't been myself for the past few weeks, but I still have portions of Varg's memories. I remember that she is bedridden, still being treated for wounds that she sustained during the Great War. Then she is now sick like Parfait. Only Mother seems to have it worse than her. I overheard Mitrus say that the crystal no longer recognized her as its soul bearer. Parfait said something similar, but she said she could no longer feel Mother's connection with the Tenebrarum. But what Fritz just said, it seems that the crystal has seen both of you as bearers, is stretching its energy to both of you. This might be why Ildir hasn't regained their full powers and has remained weak. Walt stares at Fritz, eyes wide. The crystal having two bearers? I didn't think such a thing was possible. Is this why Ildir still refused to show herself in public? Yes, the witches who used to be on her side doubt her capability to rule. None of them want to help her when she is still so weak. Mitrus figures that the only way to get the crystal to fully accept Ildir is to drain the rest of your powers. That is why the palace has issued a higher bounty on your head. But Father is no longer interested in actively hunting you for you. There has been a rift between him and Mitrus because of this. Waltz crosses his arms, his expression thoughtful. I am surprised that Ildir hasn't disposed of Volcaster yet. If he is still alive, it means that he must still play an important role in our plans. Fritz's expression quickly morphs into something grim, as he frowns down at the ground. You're right. Waltz and I exchange a look before we turn back to Fritz. Mitrus plans to kill my father today. Frit's eyes are distant, his mouth pulled into a tight grimace. All I can do is stare at him, uncertain of what he has just told me. Hilda will show herself to the public today. She and Demetrius plan to kill Father in front of an audience, in hope that their fear and despair will fool the Tenebrarum. They think fooling the Tenebrarum may make Hilda stronger. They plan to use the fear of the public to achieve their own ends? This is not good. With this many people here, the Tenebrarum may indeed see that surge of power again. Even a weakened Hilda will be difficult to fight, but we stand more of a chance against her now than we do if she fools the Tenebrarum with activity. Please, say the kingdom, princess. Fritz looks at me imploringly. I shake my head slowly. I'm confused. You betrayed us, but then you still help us. But then you're still helping us as well? Which side are you on? The only reason why I'm working for them in the first place is because of my curse, I swear it. Fritz tries to stand up, but his knees wobble and suddenly he's down on the ground again, his hand clenching at his chest. Fritz? No, not yet. Fritz looks at me, his pale face covered in sweat. I have no idea how long I can suffocate Varg, so please, bind me, freeze me, do whatever you can to keep me from chasing after you. I don't want to hurt anyone anymore. Fritz keels over, his forehead touching the ground. Please. Waltz? I know. Snaps his finger and the rope of light appears around Fritz's wrists, pulling him down to the ground. I furrow my eyebrows at Fritz even as he cocks his head to look at me. Thank you. You don't have much time left. I planned to deliver my master to Lucy's bearer, but I leave it in your capable hand instead. Fritz, I'm sorry. I will do anything to protect my charge. Now go. Brian nods at me. Don't worry, Carl and I will keep an eye on him. Carlin quickly informs us of the nice positions around the plaza and gives us clues about where we might hide to avoid their prying eyes. After he has finished his briefing, Wells, Carmen and I hurry off. Father, please watch over us today. There are so many people here. They have no idea that this seemingly harmless speech will be the start of their nightmares. I've been fiddling with my fingers since we got here, my nerves slowly taking over me. There are so many nights. I pull down the hood of my cloak to make sure that my face is concealed from them. Waltz suddenly reaches out to take my hand. He raises it to his lips. Waltz looks at me with a gentle smile. Don't worry, I won't let anything happen to you. I'm not worried about myself. I'm more worried about the people's safety, as well as our friends. I will not forgive myself if something bad happens to them. We are not the only one responsible for protecting everyone here. Remember that I will always share your burden, Viviana. So the right choice here is, I look at him and smile. Thank you. I've told you so many times that I would do anything for you, Viviana. I feel the same way. Waltz wraps his arms around my waist and draws me closer to him. I feel a little bit like the protagonist too, so Maybe for some weird reason, I end up finding Otome game that the protagonist resembles me somehow. I don't know. I don't know how that happened. After so many years, since I started playing this, I still feel that I resemble with the character somehow. It doesn't matter what route it takes, I still feel like the character. Boss takes my hand and plants a kiss on my fingers. You are so much, princess. I'm blushing. Why am I blushing? I'm so happy about this scene. To share your optimism and this casualness. How does he manage to act like this in front of so many people and act so dire at a time? The king is here. The woman announces the king's presence and walks, and I immediately turn our attention to the stage. He takes a step away from me, arms at his side, expression suddenly stoic. Alcázar walks to the center of the platform with a triumphant smile. Good day, my loyal subjects. Everyone goes silent at the sound of his voice. I know that much has happened in our kingdom since the late King Gennaro passed away. We are still exerting our efforts to find the king's murderer, his very own daughter. Rest assured that justice shall find this criminal, even if she is our own princess. Anyone who is able to surrender her to the palace will be rewarded handsomely. Members of the crown begin to chatter amongst each other. It hurts that people believe him, but I cannot say I blame them. As your king, I will do everything in my power to make sure that the kingdoms flourish under my rule. My, what a sight! Even after all these years, you humans never change. That voice. I frantically look around for her, but though her voice echoes around us, she is nowhere to be seen. Where is she hiding? The crowd grows restless at the sound of her voice. Many try to search for her with their eyes. You lot are nothing but manipulative, lying rodents. Yet you call us witches the wicked ones? A bright light fades into existence right beside Alcázar. A silhouette emerges from the light and suddenly I can see her in all of her wicked glory. My mother, the witch who killed my father. Mitra stands behind her. She is here. Her sudden appearance causes the already restless crowd to break into a panic. Silence! One word from her and the crowd falls into silence. Not a single person dares to move, their eyes now glued to the witch in front of them. Alcázar acts more quickly than I expected, drawing his sword from its sheath and pointing it at her neck. You, what are you doing here? You should be thankful that I let you play king for so long, but I am afraid playtime is over. That crown belongs to me. Mother faces the crowd with a smile and spreads her arms in a gesture of grandness. Angel, your queen is back. Mother is even paler than when I last saw her, making the dark circles stand out even more beneath her eyes. She looks worse than parfait. I won't let you steal my crown, witch. Oh, but I was not the one who stole it in the first place. Alcázar grits his teeth and charges to her mother. Mitrusy flies steps in front of her and casts a shield. Alcázar slams his sword into an invisible wall. Then, with a wave of Mitro's hand, Alcázar is suddenly thrown back, and again the crown becomes restless. I've tolerated you for far too long, human. But right now, you are inconsequential. Sparkling icicle darts appear in the mid-air as Mother raises her hand. They point outwards, casting themselves in the direction of the townspeople. We did the spell before, but now there are even more of them. She looks weak, yet she can still manage this much. She can easily destroy this part of town with that spell. I stared at Walt's eyes wide, then lowered my voice into a panicked whisper. I thought she was planning to kill Castor. Seems like the plans have changed. Farewell, my disloyal subjects. Cannot let her do this. Tiviana. I ignore Waltz and quickly run into to the center of the crowd, knowing this will be the most effective place to set up a barrier. A strong gust of wind causes my woods to come off. We are so pretty. These are so pretty. I stretch out my arms as I concentrate on cast a shield around the entirety of the crowd. Isn't that the princess? Which? I do my best to shut out everyone's voice as I push all of my energies through the palms of my hands, imagining an impenetrable glass arching in front of us. Soon I have casted the massive shield, the icicles shatter upon impacting, falling away. I wince at the impact, but force myself to stand steady even when I am pushed back. Mina, look at the art, it's so pretty. I will not let you hurt anyone anymore, Mother. The crowd begins to murmur all around us. Oh, so you finally followed up, little one. It's good to see you again, my dear daughter. I knew I'd see some sort of reaction if I opened my speech like this. She did this to draw me out? Yes, of course. Now, be a good girl and hand over what is rightfully mine. You won't get away with this, witch. Arthur is once again back on his feet, his sword poised and ready to strike. Cannot defeat Mother with a mere sword. Mother looks at Alcaster. A wide grin slowly parts her lips. But I already have. Takes her hand and the silver light begins to gather in her palm. I recognize the spell. As much as I hate Alcaster for what he has done to this kingdom, I cannot just stand idly by as she summons a spell to kill him. Push myself forward, rushing to Alcaster. Alcaster, run! But I am too late. A second later, a sword of light appears and impales Alcaster right through his chest. No! I like how we can see them getting killed, but then we see like blood and them dying on the ground and all that stuff. She is the main villain. She is our mother. She is one of the most powerful witches. She got cuckoos, which made her become a villain. So she now kills whatever she wants. Like she killed our grand. Oh no, please not. Ugh. Like she killed our grandfather so she could have the throne, and she threatened killing our father's lover to force our father to marry her, and then the way that we were made, our father was put into a spell when that happened. So she forced our father to help bring ourselves to the world. And then she was like, yeah, you can't have contact with our daughter because you are making her weaker, because she's half human, half witch. So, like, just go away. That doesn't apply here. Solid, I'm sorry, but that doesn't apply here. That doesn't apply here. I'll be concerned if that would be applying. This is like, she's a really big red flag. This time the crowd finally begins to disperse. People begin to push past each other, screaming and crying. Most of them are almost at the edges of the plaza before Mother casts another spell, creating a barrier to lock everyone inside. Don't cry, don't pull that D-suffer. I don't like him. Strange wave of energy pulsates through my body, making me stumble. This is... Probably what happened was a guy decided to create fairy tales, which made all witches look bad even though they were good. Which made people start killing witches, and because our mother was like the most powerful witch, she felt like every death of a witch would drive her crazy. Witch driver being a really, really evil character. Yeah, she had a good reason, but still, like, she could have stopped it, but she didn't. She had several times to stop in the act right, and she didn't. Her point, she's... No. That doesn't count as a counterpoint. That's right. Feed me your fear. The people negative energy is filling the Tenebrarum. My eyes shift toward Mother, whose screen is deranged, humanly wide. A shiver runs down my spine. Mother, stop this madness! Of excitation, Waltz rushes to cast a spell. Purple spikes run toward Mother, but she does not aim to stop him. Yeah, Solid doesn't survive the night. I don't think Solid even survived to the wedding. Mistress forcibly stands in front of her, casting a shield. The force of Walt's spell sends him stumbling backwards. I hear his shield crack. Mistress tries to keep it up, but ends up succumbing to the force of Walt's spell. Now I'm going to eat popcorns and be like, I warned you. I warned you. Let me see if I have like a remote for that. Like this. Eventually the glass shatters and the spikes force their way through. One of them impales Mistress to the chest. I'm mad, I warned you. That was her lips pulled into a pleased smile. No, this is a good ending. This is a good ending. I did the bad ending. I'm really like only missing this chapter and the next one to finish the whole game. But a lot of people die in a lot of routes and in a lot of chapters, even though it's good or bad doesn't matter. The endings. I just know that the only thing that changes for on the good and bad ending is that everyone that died before the chapter 10 will die. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Of course, the story changes depending on the route that you follow. So, like chapter 1 and 2, prologue, chapter 1 and chapter 2 is the same because that's the common route before you pick, and then all the story that goes from chapter 3 to 10 it's like specific to that route. So different characters die in different routes. However, doesn't matter who died. If that characters died from chapter 3 to 9, they will end. Doesn't matter if you are doing the good or the bad ending. But as I said, different characters will die in different routes. Like, for example, until now, our father was alive in all routes, like Rhodes, Karma, Rumpel, and Fritz. Our father was always alive. Only on this route, our father dies. Yeah, and until we finish, chat can just watch with popcorn in the corner. And I also tell you, like, please also bring tissues. Also, in all bad endings, the main character dies, except on Walt's route for some weird reason. Walt ended up not being killed, like in the other ones, but he sacrificed himself trying to break kind of a spell that we had. And hi Naomi, how are you? Are you feeling better? Impressive. You can still use your magic, even after having been separated from it for so long. Expected no less from my superior apprentice. And thank you for the resub, Nami. Mother turns to me and raises her eyebrows slowly. You are still a disappointment. That you are coughing less. Nomi, we are only missing Walt's good ending. That's the only thing we are missing. I was just talking about bad endings because Ollie just saw everyone getting killed and he was like, wait, is this a bad ending? I was like, no, this is the good ending. Everyone dies on the good ending. Yeah, Kurami is just trying to tease me and end up doing the opposite. These are the last words he can manage before he stops speaking. Father! Rick's voice echoes through the suddenly silent plaza. He rushes to Alcaster, who has managed to walk a good distance away from Mother before he collapsed to the ground. Soon, Fritz is kneeling right beside Alcaster's bloody body. Fury and Garland are right behind him. I'm about to walk over to them, but Karma holds my arm and pulls me back. Don't. But you do not want to set your eyes on such a grisly sight up close, Princess. Mother watches Fritz and the two knights approach with disinterest. This is the fate for trying to steal what is rightfully mine. Alcaster brings his hand to his mouth and coughs. I can see blood on his hands. Father's last moments flash through my head, I will demand. This English doesn't make sense to me, so I'm sorry. His mother turns her gaze at me. Yeah, finally into the game. After 1 year. Mother surveys me with a warm smile. She holds out her hand and beckons me over. Join me, Diviana. We were meant to rule this kingdom hand in hand from the start. Oh, autonomy. Solid is fangirling. Solid is fangirling over our mother. These humans do not deserve your protection. They deserve to suffer after everything they've done to our kind. And thank you for that, Pat, Mina. I shake my head. I'd rather die than join you. What? Ungrateful brat. This is how you repay everything I've done for you? You have done nothing for me. Very well. If you wish for that, I shall give it to you. Wow, stream elements. Oh my god. It has been so delayed. Oh my god. You okay, Solid. Good for you. Good for you, Solid. Not a big difference for me. Once I'm done with you, I will destroy this kingdom and start anew. It will be a kingdom for the witches and I. I will not let you do that. Mother is taken by surprise when another purple spike suddenly pushes through the ground towards her. She steps back, avoiding the brunt of the attack, but her arm is still grazed. Blood oozes from a newly opened gash. Welcome. I don't know what's wrong with it. What is happening with your moment, but this has been so delayed. What? You'll have to get through me first. You can't stop me, traitor. I understand her hands. In a mere moment, lightning has suddenly appeared, and is waving its way up to Walt's body. So, save. So, would attack, and that was the wrong one. So, also, this is our last choice. I'm not a bunny, Kurama. I'm not a bunny. So last time, this is our last choice, and last time we attack, and that was the wrong one. So now we just run towards. I rush toward him. Let him go. Diviana, no, it's not safe. Mother, please don't hurt him. Mother looks at me and then to Waltz. Her lips slowly curl into a wicked grin. So this is what your relationship has become. My heart is in my throat as I draw closer to where they are. You don't see anything, Grandma? Seriously? You don't see anything? You don't see anything? Really? Nothing at all? Go. I'll do anything, just let him go. Anything? Mother's voice is terribly and sweet, her tone filled with poison. Then, Chrome, if you can't read, how are you typing? I cannot bring myself to look at her. Instead, I keep my eyes firmly focused on Walt. When Walt speaks my name, it is in a soft voice that I have come to love so dearly. Vivian, if you wish so much to save him, then you must return what you have taken from me, the crystalline tenebrarum. And then she'll become my sweet obedient daughter once more. Only then will I let Walt go. That sounds like an excuse that Kronos would pull. You two are on the same boat. Walt's eyes begin to dim, and I can't see the hope draining out of him. I'm sorry, Walt, but I cannot lose you too. You know where to find me, Diviana. The longer you keep me waiting, the longer he suffers. There is a blinding flash of light, and then Mother and Walt are both gone. No! A dull ache begins to spread through my chest. Again. I wasn't able to do anything again. Why am I so weak? Suddenly I feel Florian's hand on my shoulder. I turn to look at her. She stares at me sunnily for a few moments before her expression breaks and she shakes her head. Don't blame yourself for this. There is nothing you could have done. I have to save him. Florian looks through me and I follow her gaze. The people are starting to back away, their expression a mixture of fear and anger. This is exactly like 4 years ago. What should we do now? That witch had just killed the new king. Everyone, it's best for all of you to go home and stay there where you'll be safe. And what? Wait until that witch kills us? One woman points an accusing finger at me, and fear is palpable. That murderer is a witch as well. She's exactly like her mother. A wicked witch. People begin to curse me. I stand quietly and listen to their insults. I cannot blame them for thinking this way. Kara moves to stand beside Julian, and the two of them shield me from the angry masses. I doubt any of these people will listen to anything I have to say. Stop! A familiar man walks through us with a gentle smile. You are... Yes, you remember me? You will help make my daughter happy on her special day with your gift. I'm surprised when both he and his wife come to stand beside me. What are you doing? I can finally properly repay you for what you have done. The man smiles at me before turning his attention to the crowd. We won't let you hurt the princess. Rumors may have spread about her being a cold and wicked person, but those rumors are false. I know the truth. She is truly a kind person. She just protected us from the evil queen. Have you no shame? The angry shouts begins to fade into Ersh's accusations, and the aggressive whisperings. That's right. We won't let you hurt Big Sister. These are the children that Walt and I played with, the ones that watched these shows. The children stand on the stand to my other side. Big Sister is a very good person, and we won't let you hurt her. I only stare in shock at everyone around me. My vision blurs as tears come to my eyes. I quickly wipe them away with the back of my hand. Everyone. A simple act of kindness can go a long way, can't it? These people believe in me. That is why I have to live up to their hopes. Going to expectations. I take a deep breath and start walking forward. Fern grabs my hand, her brow increasing with worry, but I shake my hand at her smile. I will be okay. Fern looks at me for a few moments before she finally realizes. Now that I am directly in front of everyone, the area is quiet. Close my eyes and take another deep breath. Slowly, I get down on one knee before them. I'm sorry. The crowd begins to murmur again, and hear more than a few stifled gasps. Princess, you shouldn't. I raise a hand to silent Julian. I once again look at the townspeople. I know my words are meaningless, but I still want to apologize for everything my mother has done, and also to the people I have hurt. I was blind and naive, ignoring the fear and anxiety of so many people. But I have grown since then, and now I see with clear eyes that the hatred you have for my mother and for me. The crowd remained silent, so I continue. King Gennaro was killed by my mother, and I was not strong enough to save him. So yes, you are correct, I am the reason he is dead now. But I made a promise to him, and I intend to keep it. I'll protect Angel in his stead, and I hope that all of you will give me a chance to prove myself worthy worth it, as your princess and your future queen. I promise I will make things right again, no matter what it takes. I bow my head once again before standing, and then turn to Julian and Karma. I notice that Fritz and Garland are absent, and that Alcázar is nowhere to be seen. Oh? Where are Garland and Fritz? They took Alcázar's body away from all of this. Body, you mean? He has passed. A heaviness begins to sink into my chest. Bloodshed will only beg more bloodshed. This is why I cannot let anyone die anymore. Please do your best, big sis. I am pulled out of my reverie by the voice of one of the little boys. Let's play together again when you come back. I stare at their smiling faces with pearly eyes. I do not even know if I will live through this, but I do not have the heart to earn their optimism. I like that. I need them to keep hoping for a better tomorrow, so they will be strong enough to stand on their own feet if they must face the whole world. Julian, tell Laurent and Parfait what happened when they come back to the Martian. What are you planning to do? Under no circumstances are you to go to that witch alone. Am I clear? Waltz would not want you to sacrifice yourself for him. I step back and smile at her and Karma. I apologize for this. I back away through the palace, putting as much distance as I can between me and the crowd, the platform, and Karma and Julian. Then, as swiftly as I can, I hold out my hand to cast a large dome-shaped shield around the palace and I. The energy is falling away from me, even as I cast the spell, only to be replaced by new energy. The Tenebran is gaining power. No! Julian rushes through the shield and places her hands on it. She calls my name, but I only shake my head at her. Princess Diviana, do not be so foolish. No, I refuse to let anyone die. I can manage this shield for an hour. There should be enough time to save Waltz and end this for good. I offer one last smile before I turn and rush through the palace gates. Julian and Karma continue to call my name, but to no avail. I am sorry, everyone, but this is something that I must do on my own. This is the only way I can protect you all. I expect resistance when I enter the palace, but to my surprise, there is no one here, not a single soul. Everyone must have evacuated when Mother appeared outside. The stagnant air around me is suffocating. The night air is quiet and cold as death. My footsteps are very loud in the emptiness of the palace. I'll give my powers to her voluntarily. Will I die? This thought has haunted me since I first entered the palace. All too soon, the doors to the throne room are before me. I pause in front of them, suddenly feeling anxious. There must be something else I can do besides submit to Mother. Yes, this is the good ending. I need to find a way to protect Waltz and save Angel from her. I clasp my hands together in a silent prayer. Father, Please guide me. I take a deep breath and with renewed determination push open the doors. The brightest star. What did you just say? When I enter the room, Mother is the first person I see. She's sitting so regally on the throne, but as I draw closer, I notice how pale she has become since I last saw her. Yes, please go rest, Mina. Good night. Sleep well. My gaze shifts to Waltz, who is kneeling beside her like a loyal servant, a rope of light binding him in place. Waltz! Vivian, you shouldn't have come here. Mother flicks her wrist, tightening Walt's bonds. Hush now. My mind is racing as I desperately try to conjure a plan. If Walt has yet to escape, it must be because his bindings are stopping him from using his magic. If I can just break Mother's concentration, perhaps I can free him. But how do I do that? Terrible pain travels through my chest and makes my heart throb. I put a hand to my chest and grimace. It feels as if some part of me has suddenly been severed. This feeling, could it be that the shield I built around the palace has been destroyed? Oh, it seems like we have visitors. Visitors? The door flies open and Parfait suddenly walks in. Face stern, Dolores strides in beside her. Why are you here? Everyone outside. Oh my god, Grandma, don't threaten him. I'm the one who does that, not my chat itself. He's safe. Garlanger and Karma are doing their best to evacuate them to their homes. They will be safer there. And then there's you. You did a very foolish thing stranding him here on your own. Ah, how sad. I expected there to be more reinforcements, but it's just the two of you. Just you two. We don't need an army to stop you, Elder. Mother's lips curls into a tight frown. Bold words. But might I remind you that I am the one with the ulcer? If I see any of you move a finger, I will end this boy's life. Mother turns to me once again and snickers. And I'm pretty sure my daughter here wouldn't like that, would you, love? My eyes meet Walt's. He shakes his head at me, eyes gleaming with insistence. No doubt he wants me to put myself over him. But I came here to save him. No matter how much I try to think myself of this, it seems impossible. In the end, I am still weak, I am still useless. Now, where were we? Viviana, don't do what she says. The rest of Dolores' words became muffled when Mother flicks her wrist and causes a glass wall to rise between us. Hildir! Dolores' voice sounds as if it is echoing from far away. Quiet! Parfait holds up her hand, and magic begins to sparkle at her fingertips. Before we can form any sort of spell, Mother twirls her fingers and tightens Walt's magic bindings. Waltz cries out in pain as he collapses onto the floor. Waltz! Hildir, please stop this. Parfait approaches the glass wall and places a palm on top of it. Are you not growing tired of this, Hildir? Humans have already suffered so much for what they have done in the past. Is that still not enough? Humans are fleet creatures, and that is why they cannot be trusted. Nothing can ever change how we perceive them anymore, Fate. There is a shadow of sadness on Mother's face, but it is only momentary. I share the humans, even respect them, yet they destroyed my kind out of fear for some silly story. If I had not been or that woman part, it would never have come to this. Hans already paid dearly for his mistakes when a witch murdered him. But you know just as well as I that he was trying to mend his mistakes. Mother stomps her feet on the floor with a scowl. His dad has changed nothing. Hildir, silence, Fate. You'll never understand the feeling of being feared and hated. Mother turns to me again, her eyes cold. Now, are you ready to return what is rightfully mine, Deviana? I look at Parfait and Laurel, then at Waltz. Cannot give my power back to Mother. Not when I know what she will do once she's the Tenebrarum bearer again. They cannot let her kill Walt either. If these fools here had not changed you, I would have had no qualms about letting you remain the Tenebrarum bearer. I raised you to be the perfect queen. All that I did to prepare you for the crown. Mother knows best. Oh my god. Not Mother Gothel. Not Mother Gothel. Not again. That's it. If I can pretend I am on our side, then maybe I can buy enough time to save Waltz. Maybe Parfait will come up with an idea. I glance at Waltz. My heart aches when our gazes met once again. Forgive me, Waltz, but this is the only plan I have right now. I take a deep breath as I face Mother once again. You are right. I should have listened to you. I want to go back to the way we were, Mom. What are you doing? Viviana! Ignore Waltz and Laura's voices and focus only on Mother. I've always been right, Mother. Remember the disdain looks the people gave me earlier? After I said everyone, they still wished I would die. I was so scared. Yes, now you see. I only wanted to protect you from those cruel humans, my daughter. You kept me away from everyone. I was alone. I'm sorry, Mother. I am really sorry. I am sorry, but you need to go back to sleep forever. Only then do I realize that I'm crying, not because I need her forgiveness, but because there is no helping her. The only way to help my mother is to make her disappear. She cannot be saved anymore. I just wanted to be loved and accepted. Mother stands up from the throne and slowly walks toward me, her arms spread. And in my arms, you will always be. Viviana, the Martian accepted you for who you are. No, you were all forced to accept me because you knew that wouldn't happen if I stayed the way I was. You were afraid that I would end up like Mother. Viviana, you're right. I'm like my mother. We are related by blood after all. You are right, Viviana. You are sweet and perfect, and wonderfully obedient, as any daughter ought to be. I was blinded by the Martian lies, and once, but I now realize that no one loves me as you do, Mother. Anyone's voice is unbearable, but I do not look at him. I do not flinch when Mother stops in front of me and drops her arms around me. Gone is the warmth I thought I felt whenever she hugged me. Right now, Mother's embrace is cold as ice. Will you still accept me, Mother? Of course, Viviana. When Mother pulls back, the smile on her face is bright and beautiful. This is how I remember her. Filled with love for me. I knew you would return to me. There are so many things I have planned for the two of us, but you need to prove yourself worthy of my love and trust once more. What? Mother's eyes gleam. Prove to me that you choose me, my darling. Mother turns around and gestures to Waltz. Kill the traitor. My heart sinks. This wasn't part of the plan. What should I do now? I know that one offensive spell, but I do not want to hurt Waltz. But I've perfected it yet. You haven't perfected it yet. But what you can do is enough to hurt and paralyze your enemy for a short time. Can't pretend to cast it on Waltz and direct it to Mother. Waltz told me before that it is impossible to cast two shields at the same time. Mother already has one shield up, so she cannot cast another shield on herself unless she dispels the first. But with the two of us being so close, I'm likely to hurt myself as well. Close my eyes, mind set. It's not the time to worry about myself. I just have to hope that this opening is big enough to give everyone an opportunity that they need. For you, Mother, I'll do anything. I extend my hands and allow the energy to gather in my fingertips. Impressive that you were able to learn this deadly and painful magic in such a short span of time. This spell will be a befitting end for the traitor. Viviana, don't! I attempt to break down the glass, all separating us with a spell, but it only cracks the surface. By the time you destroy that wall, it will be too late, Fate. You can't do this, Viviana. Laura has now joined Parfait in trying to destroy the wall that Mother has built. I ignore them and focus back on my spell until I feel the familiar current of energy pulsating in my arms. It's ready. Now, say goodbye to that traitor. Goodbye. I hold out my hand to Mother. Just as usual, I release energy. Mother. Do not give Mother any time to react. The electricity crackles in the air, just as the spell makes contact with her body. Because we are so close to each other, I too feel the impact to the electricity as it trickles through me. I collapse on the ground, tears in my eyes. It hurts so much. Viviana. How could you do this, Viviana? I blink away my tears to see Mother lying on the floor opposite me, her face filled with rage as she looks at me. At the corner of my eyes, I notice that the glass wall has disappeared and Waltz is already on his way toward me. The bindings made of light are gone. Waltz lifts me up and then moves to one of the corners of the room. The sensation of pain spreading through my body is like being pricked with hundreds of needles. Waltz tucks my hair back, his features creased with worry. Parfait walks to where Mother is and casts a binding spell around her while Laura rushes to my side. We are going to be fine. We are going to be fine. That was dangerous stunt you pulled, Viviana. It was the only thing I could think of. I blink away tears as I feel another fit of pain. It is all I could manage. Viviana, hang in there. I look at Parfait with bleeding eyes. Parfait, please end this. Save Mother from herself. Parfait slowly stands and walks to her mother. I was the only one who truly loved you, Viviana, yet you did this to me? Do you really think these fools cared about you as much as I did? No, you are wrong. I had people who loved me, but you took them away from me. I refuse to let you steal away any more of them. Parfait stretches out her hand. Her whole body begins to emit a soft glow. I wish it didn't have to end this way, dear. You are making a big mistake protecting the humans who destroyed my kind, Fate. You are no different than those humans, Ildir. Violence does not badge more violence. I can feel the tears on my cheeks, and as I look at Mother still, mother still warm. Viviana, you don't have to see this, but Walt pulls a hand over my eyes, binding me. You've already seen it enough darkness. I can feel an explosion of energy around me. Chilling currents runs through the hair, carrying mother's scream to my ears. Soft energy begins to flow through my body. Mother's powers from the Tenebrarum. Mother is gone. When Walt throws his hand away, I'm able to glance at where Mother was just moments ago. There is nothing but specks of silver dust. Her face stands over the ashes, crying. I'm so sorry. Another shockwave of pain courses through my body. This time I feel it attack my consciousness. I feel myself fading away. Viviana, let me sleep just for a little while. One day, you'll become a queen, my love. Just like Mother? Yes, just like me. Will you be there when I become queen? Of course, I will always be by your side. Forever? Forever. Love you, Mother. I love you too, Viviana. The first thing I see is Walt. He is leaning over me, tightly, clearly etched into his face. Oh my God, crying. Walt, goodness, you're finally awake. I slowly inspect my surroundings, only to realize that I am back in my old room. At the Marcy, I try to remember how I got here, but my memories are hazy. What happened? He passed out, and I've been sleeping for 3 days. 3 days? I push myself up on the bed and twins. My body is unusually heavy. Walt places his hands on my shoulders and gently eases me back onto the pillows. You're still weak. You need to rest more. I close my eyes and try to remember what happened. That's right. I was trying to save Walt from Mother. Our friend alone came to save us, and then... It is over. I open my eyes and stare at Walt. Right? Archie reached my hand, smiling as he gently squeezes it. Yes. My vision blurs as tears begin to sting my eyes. I hope Mother is in a better place now, a place where she doesn't have to suffer anymore. Walt leans over and kisses my forehead. I'm sure she is. Walt begins to fill me in one of the details of everything that transpired after I passed out. Alcácer was officially declared dead. At first there was a commotion as the people considered that Mother would do now that she wore the crown. Their worries only stopped when they found out Mother was truly gone. Fritz was locked up on account of being a possible danger to everyone. Everyone has been waiting for a verdict on me to decide what to do with him. I fall asleep not long after Walt's explanation. When I open my eyes again, I am alone in my room. I shiver as I sit up. It's foggy. I rub my hands over my arms in an attempt to will away some of the cold. Something feels off. I slowly step out of bed and begin to head for the door. But before I even lay my hand on the knot, the door opened on its own. Oh, you're finally awake. Parfait. I don't think you should be up and about right now. We should still be resting. Parfait led me back to the bed. How are you feeling? I look at Parfait's face and realize how papery white her skin has become. The circles under her eyes are even darker than they were before. Tired, but I will be fine. But you... Sorry, I just have a notification that I hate that. You do not look well. I will be fine. I wanted to talk to you today if you're feeling up to listening. What is all about? This is all about. I wanted to apologize for forcing you to shoulder the heavy burden caused by our mistakes, both Hilder's and mine. Back then, I did not have the heart to stop Hilder. If I had only defeated her then, none of this would have happened. Affair reaches out and cups my face in her hands. Our dedication and kindness saved us all. Your dedication and kindness saved us all, Diviana. Future will be brighter, with you as a Tenebrarum's bearer. But what if I became corrupted by the darkness? What if... Parfait places a finger on my lips and smiles. No, you are different, Diviana. Unlike Hilder, you are surrounded by people who love you. Those people are filled with light that will drive away whatever darkness invades your heart. That's why I know that you'll be alright. Parfait smiles at me gently. It is a beautiful, shining smile, one that glows bright even as I begin to notice that the rest of Parfait's body is fading. What? You need to do this to us. Hey, your body is... Parfait's smiles became melancholically. I thought I would start to disappear soon. My heart aches as I hold tight Parfait's warm arm with shaking hands. What are you saying? Fairies and witches do not age physically and live longer. But that does not mean we are perfectly immortal. The body can only take so much damage before it finally withers away. You can't disappear. You said before you had no hair. Because that is what I wanted everyone to believe. Don't worry, Diviana. When I'm gone, one of my relatives will take over the responsibilities of Beru. Tears well up in my eyes as I stare at Parfait. I really have lost so many people. Parfait, I cannot lose you too. We were going to work together to bring back balance between the crystals. You still have so much to teach me. I'm sorry, Diviana. Would have loved to stay with you a bit longer, but my time here is up. Parfait continues to grow more translucent, even as my hands slip through her arms. I try to reach for her again, but I can no longer touch her. Parfait! I already said my farewells to everyone else earlier. You are the last and most important person I must say goodbye to. Thank you for putting everything to rest, Diviana. Parfait closes her eyes, her lips still curled into a gentle smile even as she begins to fade into pure light. Parfait, no! I reach for her again, but when I pull my hands back, they are covered in golden dust. The gentle dust floats in the air before me where Parfait was moments ago. Be strong and be kind, Diviana. Few days after Parfait's passing, I went back to my training. My goal was to expel everyone's fairy tale curse once and for all. After more than a week, an intensive training with Waltz and Aurora, I'm able to completely dispel the fairy tale curse from the Crystal Terrarium. While the fairy tale curse is gone, and cannot be cast again in NGL, this is only one of the first steps I take in dismantling all of the damage Mother has done. but it is a step forward. And now, with that done, I feel it is time to return to the palace. As the only blood heir to the throne, I have a responsibility to uphold and promise to fulfill. Ophelia Rhodes and Emmeline returned to the palace a couple of days ago. Fern and Garland went with them so that they could act as security. Fritz has been pardoned and now resumes his duties at the palace, only he is no longer my personal knight. I hoped to stay behind so I could spend one last day with everyone in the tavern. Now, as I stand here in the tavern, I realize how many friends I have made over the last few months. I never thought I would be so sad to part from all of these people. But now that everything is back to normal, we have no reason to stay in the Martian together day in and day out. Anis, are you sure you do not want to try working the palace again? You should make a wonderful royal chef. Thank you so much for the offer, Princess, but as much as I love to cook, I think I'd prefer work more with medicine. I'd like to train under Chevalier so I can one day become a doctor. I look at Chevalier as he flashes a smile at me. Many curse was dispelled. You remember his real name, Chevalier. It had been difficult to get used to it, not only that, but his personality has mellowed somewhat. They could care but of course. And I hope next time we met, you'll try to not flirt with me. Chevalier snorts and crosses his arms, but I see a hint of mischief as he smiles. I'll try my best, though I make no promises. I roll my eyes at him, and he responds with the easiest laugh. I too am soon laughing along with him. Ah, a laughing princess. What a sight for sore eyes. This will definitely take some getting used to. I scowl at him. Seeing you in a man's clothing will take some getting used to as well. Well, try your best to not fall for my handsome face. Right. So, what are you planning to do? Herman looks away and rubs the back of his neck. Well, I'll go back to my kingdom and hope that I don't find my name on a gravestone. Either way, I have a lot to explaining to do. Laura, where will you go now? Well, for starters, I plan on talking to all the good witches I know who are still in hiding. I'm sure they'll be happy to know that they can finally come back to NGL. They'll be even happier to know we have a capable bearer. My heart sinks as I remember Parfait. If she were still here, she would be talking about how we both need to do our best to maintain the balance between the crystals. What if I fail at being a capable bearer? Impossible, especially with Waltz there by your side. Oh, but speaking of which, where is Waltz? All of us glanced around at the circle. He left so quickly, no one had even realized. I'll go look for him. I moved first to the forest, feeling that he might be there, seeking some kind of quiet solace. Sure enough, I found him there, staring at the sky with his eyes full of melancholy. Waltz? Oh, hi there, little sir. Are we leaving now? We'll be leaving soon. You suddenly disappeared, so I came to look for you. Waltz's lips stuck into a smile tinged with sadness. Sorry, I just saw the sky was so clear today. I had to come out and marvel at it. That is not a very convincing lie. Waltz looks up again, his smile fleeting. Waltz, are you alright? Really alright? I'm a little sad. Sad? Hilder killed my family when I was still young. I've been yearning to be part of a family again ever since then. When we became friends so long ago, You're the closest thing to a family that I have. When we were pulled apart, I met Lady Parfait and was accepted as a Martian. Now that it's time to leave everyone, I realize how sad I am. I've lived with years since I was first cursed. Everyone in the Martian has become my family. I moved to stand beside him, then reached out to take his hand. His fingers weaved their way through mine. I owe Parfait so much. She gave me a family and united us. I owe her to. Yeah. I owe her a lot too. Waltz turns to me and smiles. Sorry if I worried you. Shall we go back to the palace now? The palace? Not before you say your own goodbyes. I was planning on it. I just had to compose myself. Waltz were here first. Sorry, notifications. Compose? It's hard to imagine Waltz in tears. Well then, we will say our goodbyes and then you can open one of your portals. How about we talk to the palace? We walk to the palace. I shrunk back at this suggestion. You know how much the townspeople despise. I know it is important, but I built a relationship with them before I became their new queen, but I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Walt smiles is reassuring. Oh, but I have something important to show you in town. Something important? Let's see, when I get there. But Walt brings my hand to his lips and kisses my knuckles. I'll be by your side, little star, so there is nothing to fear. I stare at Walt for a few moments before finally nodding my head. Okay. We return to the Martian, temporaries to say our final farewells. After that, Walt and I walked into town in silence. I am in a way as we enter the plaza. I notice immediately that something is different. There are lily decorations hanging all around the square and through the streets. I wonder why all these lilies are here. The people in the immediate vicinity turn to look at me, their conversation going silent as they notice me. It is as I thought. Of course they still fear me. Big sister! I turn at the sound of a voice. I notice one of the little girls that I played with once before running toward us. She almost makes it to us before a woman I assume to be her mother pulls her back. I am surprised when the mother hands her daughter a bouquet of lilies and whispers something to her before releasing her. The little girl nods before running to me. I bend down so that we are at eye level, and I am shocked when she suddenly throws her arms around my neck. Thank you for the redeems, Grandma. Big sister? The girl pulls back and hands me the bouquet of lilies. My mom says thank you as well. I stare at her, still baffled. Before glancing at her mother, the woman nods to me, then dips into a soft bow. I take the bouquet from the girl and stand up. I can only stare one, still shocked, as more townspeople approach me with lilies in their hands. Waltz, what is going on? This is what I wanted to show you. Huh? The townspeople have been planning this for days. They asked me to make sure that you pass it through town on this day so that they could give you their message. Message? I turn back to people gathered around me. Notice that they are all still holding the flowers with bright smiles on their faces. The silence is gone, replaced by excited chattering and bright laughter. On the count of 3, he starts counting, and at the end of this countdown, the townsfolk throw the flowers up in the air. The delicate petals flutter down on walls and eyes, showering us with gentle color. Then all at once they begin to say the same phrase, their voices mingling, to create the most harmonious and overwhelming greeting I have ever received. Thank you. You risked your life to save all of us despite how we treated you. We misjudged you, Your Highness. Please forgive us. We knew we had to give you a grand thank you for all you've done for us. We planned this. So the lily decorations, they're a celebration of you, the soon-to-be queen. I feel tears gathering in my eyes and quickly wipe them away with the back of my hand. But there is nothing to apologize for. I was the one at fault. We judged you harshly, and we had no right to. The past doesn't matter anymore. We've all decided to change for the better. From now on, you have our full cooperation. Just as we helped the previous king, so too shall we help you, Your Highness. Everyone, thank you. I'll do my best to continue the reign of peace my father started. The people's eyes are filled with hope as they hand over lily bouquets. My hands are quickly filled, and Walt ends up having to take the majority of them. We continue through the palace, the crowd cheering behind us. What is this over there? It has been 2 months since I returned to the palace. Since then, I have been working non-stop so that I can better familiarize myself with running a kingdom. I've been studying day and night, trying to broaden my knowledge of the kingdom. I have help from many people. They have come a long way. Today, I was officially crowned the new queen of Angel. My determination has grown since then. I've been trying to take my responsibilities as seriously as I possibly can. But for the time being, I have space to breathe. A dinner celebration has been planned for tonight, and I'm on my way to my room to prepare. Oh, we are back to the red dress. Can we go back to the blue one? I prefer the blue one. Everyone will be there. Cannot wait to see them again. Divina! I turned to see Emmeline running toward me. I noticed that Rod is trailing behind her. What's the matter? You seem to be in a hurry. What's the matter? The party is in a few hours and you have to rest. This really is so dire a circumstance. It has been months, but it is still so strange to hear Rod's voice actually coming from his own mouth. Even though Rod has his voice back, he still keeps Abby with him. The stuffed rabbit sometimes throws a little comments here and there. But it is! This event is very important. It'll not take me 2 hours to prepare, Emmeline. But you're the queen now, and you must look regal tonight. I raised an eyebrow to her. 2 hours is a little excessive, and I'm not planning to do anything overly special tonight. Is Walt going to propose to us? Don't you want to at least look pretty for Walt? What are you talking about? I want to make you shine so bright Walt won't be able to take his eyes off you. Emmeline, I won't take no for an answer this time. She turns to Rod with a mischievous grin. I don't know if it's a proposal or not, but it felt like one. We'll be so done soon. Let's see you later, Rod. Without waiting for my reply, Emmeline grabs my hand and pulls me into my room. And with that, I am done. cannot believe it took so long just to put on makeup. I did not think up, making myself up like this would be enjoyable, but doing this without feeling in lane was fun. It's a beautiful, you really do love the parts of Queen. Isn't this too much? Not at all. You should take pride in doing yourself up like this sometimes. You have a lovely face, Diviana. If you insist. Now, that we have helped you, you need to help ourselves. See you later, dear. Ophelia and they both stopped right in front of the door. Thank you for everything. Of course. Oops. Of course. This is what families do, Diviana. To smile at me one last time before they exit the room. I stand up and head for the balcony. The cool air is refreshing on my skin. Father, if you had also been here, tonight would have been perfect. Diviana? I've come to let you know that everyone has arrived early. Wells comes to an abrupt stop when he sees me. He openly stares at me, mouth slightly open in a way. My face warms up. What? Wells turned his face away, his face deep red. Oh, so cute. You look beautiful tonight. Thank you. Oh my god. I think it was a gentle smile forms on one's lips as he approached. He stops in front of me, gently tracing my cheek with one of his fingers. His touch leaves a trail of warmth on my cold skin. My star is shining brighter tonight. Waltz holds out his hand. May I have this dance, my lady? I cannot help but giggle as I place my hand in his. I just want to know how we look. Right now, I just want to know how we look. Before the dance even starts, Waltz has suddenly warped an arm around my waist. It tittles me downwards with a smile. Oh my god, that dress is beautiful. That dress is beautiful. Waltz draws closer to me, his lips pulling up into a mischievous smile. I'm lucky to be the first man to see you tonight, but I don't like the idea of other men seeing you as you are. I'm going to be awfully jealous. I gave him a teasing smile. Are you worried that someone will take me away from you? Not really, should I be? You know my feelings for you will never change. And you know that I will always love you, no matter what. The two of us are frozen in time. I could stand here looking into Walt's eyes like this forever. I love you, Diviana. I love you too, Walt. That dress is beautiful. And I like how we got like our little hair like not up. It was like free. And that we have grown our hair because our hair wasn't that big. Passport. We got a good ending. Not the proposal, but that final scene was really beautiful. That final image was really pretty. I like Nomi's fangirling in the chat now. And to be honest, I prefer Nomi fangirling over Walt than Solid fangirling over Mother. Nomi, you choose a good character to fangirl over. Solid didn't. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, oh, this is new, there lived a princess. She was known as the Ice Princess, named for the frigid art, and I did this too quickly. The princess ran all who sought to help her. This is. Then one day, the Ice Princess became a victim of the famous fairy tale curse and was forced to go from riches to rashness. As the princess struggled to come to terms with her new life, she met a very special man. The two endured much strife, helping each other to overcome various ordeals. In the end, they emerged victorious. The special man threw the princess ice cold heart and dried her dampened spirits. The two vowed to love each other for the rest of their time. They lived happily ever after. This is the first time it appears, but what happens after happily ever after? It's the second one, voice. Are you ready to go, Diviana? I'm coming. Oh, wait, there is a thing for the second game here? Wait, sorry for keeping you waiting. Wait, they put... Now, shall we go? Oh my god, they put the thing for the second game here? Right after they finish it? Oh my god, they were playing the second game all along. They were planning the second game all along. Okay, I'm going to skip the intro because I want to show everyone the opening for the second game and also to see it for the first time because I've been holding myself to see it. So now I've done all the achievements and now Walt is finally here with all the other guys and we made it. Is that really a name there? So we have all the things from the misc. We got all the dreams, broad karma and everything, all the achievements. So yeah, we did it. We did it, guys. Now we are going to watch the trailer of the second movie. The movie. Okay. Yes. Well, yes.
Pantene apresenta a revolução do styling. Mudar de look danifica o teu cabelo? Já não. Novo Pantene Styling, com provitaminas e óleos nutritivos. 100% o teu look, sem danos. Transforma o teu estilo sem limites, deixando-o visivelmente mais saudável. O teu Pantene de sempre, agora com um novo look.
What they mean make Walt's water.
Used to think that happy ends did not exist. In a world
You can see
filled
that they
with
changed the
grace
like
and
clothes and everything, and hairstyle, and especially on the rumple.
loneliness. Without a purpose, why was I still here? Then you took my hand and showed me light I couldn't see.
I like the music.
Darling, you filled my empty world with vivid colors. The shadows of my past are gone, and I can see more clearly. The stars shine more brightly in the endless night sky. With you here by my side, I can smile. Stay with me forevermore.
Oh, I like how the next thing appears this music message right here. Uh, okay. Finish is right on time for me to rate. So let's just see who we are going to rate. The game that I was playing is for this game is from 2016, if I'm not mistaken, and I started playing 2 years after in 2018. And a little bit after they released the second, and I was like, I didn't even finish the first one yet. This is realizing. I don't know. Fine. Mic okay? Sounds weird. I opened my stream and my mic sounds weird. I couldn't understand myself. Okay, it sounds good. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, it's already past 2020. I opened my stream and my sound and like I don't know. I didn't understand what I was saying myself. We are not playing Evermore because I need to go to sleep. That's why. And because I haven't the game yet, because this one is free. However, the Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore is paid, so I also need to buy. But right now I need to go to sleep. And I know exactly who we are going to raid. Because I haven't raided him, I think, in some weeks. So the raid message will be so this is the raid message for Ruiz, so this is a raid message for Ruiz itself. Let me just copy my read message again. This is nothing. Yeah, going to rate F. Thank you so much for everyone who joined me today. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Naomi, for the resub. We finally finished Cinderella Phenomenon, and I don't know if we are going to go to Evermore next, but I really want to. So we'll see. We'll see in 2 weeks what I'm going to do. And yeah, see you all on Sunday. That I know what I'm going to be doing. Probably I will end up doing a craft/gaming stream. Because the craft that I'm going to do, it will be really quick, really easy. So then I think I will still have time to do like at least one more case from Frog Detective on Sunday. So see you all Sunday. Bye bye!